Robert De Niro has been one of America's greatest actors for over 40 years.
And the multiple Academy Award winner is out to prove you are never too old to get back into the game in his new film, The Intern.
Hi, I'm Nancy Myers, the director of The Intern, and you are watching Made in Hollywood. And I'd love to show you a clip from my new movie, The Intern.
I'm Ben Whitaker. I have an appointment with Miss Austin.
I thought she was meeting with her new intern.
That's me.
How old are you?
70. You?
I'm 24. I know I look older. It's a job. It ages you, which won't be great in your case. Sorry.
I was very happy to see a story that I really hadn't seen before. What aspect of this story kind of connected with each of you?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of stuff was built in just by my age, so on, and just that dynamic, how old Annie is and the kids in it and the whole thing. A lot of it you can relate to, even if it's not directly your story.
Hi, Jules. I'm Ben, your new intern.
I'm glad you also see the humor in this.
Be hard not to.
It was about growth and showing that people aren't a burden to each other and we're valuable at any age. And it had such a great heart, and the humor was hysterical, and there's a lot to love about it. This is good, right? I like this arrangement. Becky, I want you to let Ben give you a hand, okay?
People sometimes say to me, where do you get your ideas? Where do you look for your ideas? I wish there was a place to look for ideas. One day, I got the idea of an older man going to work as an intern.
We're more 50-50 here.
That looks good, don't you think, Stephen? Ultimately, what it became was this friendship between the woman running the company and the retired intern.
Want the door open or closed?
Doesn't matter. Open, actually. You get used to me.
Look forward to it.
Did you always know you were going to end up with this dream cast?
No. Had I known that, the writing would have gone more quickly, because I could say, well, how would Bob do it?
Like, I really appeased both of my parents. My mom, like, cried, laughed of excitement when I told her I'm in a Nancy Myers movie. She's like, it's happening, oh my God. And then my dad finally, like, I'm with Robert De Niro, and he's like, all right, now that's something.
My intern sure keeps busy.
Mr. Congeniality. Everybody loves him. Here she comes. Hey, Beck, what's up? You look really nice. How long can a woman be mad at you for?
I assume you talked to her, apologized.
I emailed her. Subject line, I wrote, I'm sorry, with like a ton of O's. So I was like, I'm sorry. With the sad emoticon where he's crying.
I really like the aspect of them developing as friends. And it's a movie about that friendship, because so many movies, like, it's a romantic kind of thing, and despite an age difference, so many movies would have had the characters hooking up. But this one really builds on their friendship.
Well, that was the B story. We had that one.
I can't believe they cut it. We worked so hard at that.
Can we get that? Can we get a clip of that?
Live and learn, boys, because if you ask me, that's what cool is. I think romantic movies have had a tough go of it lately, and I think people are kind of a little hip and resistant to the idea that romance solves everything. We know it doesn't. We know that things go wrong, happy relationships then hit a bump and end, and so we don't look for the answers in them anymore. It's not a fairy tale.
Our investors just think that a seasoned CEO could take some things off your plate.
I did not see that coming.
She's just trying to do right by everybody. The company, the family. The pressure was unbelievable.
So I think a movie about that, about a true organic, out of nowhere friendship is really resonating with people.
And it was also cool seeing like an older person in a workplace, and it's not just all jokes on how old he is.
It is a bit of a love story, but not a romantic one. And by love, I mean he's like you love your best friend.
You started this business all by yourself a year and a half ago, and now you have a staff of 220 people. Remember who did that?
Your character, Ben, he's kind of fighting retirement, if you will. Is retirement something either of you ever think about? Because I feel like as actors, you don't really have to ever retire unless you just make a decision to retire.
You're right. I don't see myself retiring unless I'm forced to for physical reasons or whatever.
I think about it every freaking day. No. How in one generation have men gone from guys like Jack Nicholson and Harrison Ford to...
Oh boy.